Welcome back to the live stream of the 92nd Oregon FFA State Convention. Someone who, growing up, was involved in many diverse components of agriculture, our fifth session chair received a cow for learning to use the toilet. She's a big fan of llamas and has even spent time in Japan. Help me welcome our state reporter, OLIVIA PALACIOS, to the stage.
Whoa, who cut the movie? Oh, right. This is state convention, not my living room. Okay, guys, all right, it's time to turn off that Disney movie, take off that Snuggie, and get ready for the fifth session of the 92nd Oregon FFA State Convention. You know, growing up, the Disney intro was a regular sound and image that entered my living room through the TV. As soon as I heard that familiar sound, I booked it as fast as I could to the living room because I knew something great was coming. I remember watching Wall-E Save the Earth, tapping into my Hispanic heritage by during the movie Coco, and even dancing alongside Baloo in The Jungle Book. No matter what was coming, Disney never disappointed. And let's face it, one can never watch too many Disney movies. Even though all these movies I just mentioned hold a top spot on my favorites list, this next movie holds the #1 spot to this day. I don't know about the rest of you, but my favorite character from Frozen 2 is Olaf. This cute little chunk has funny outlooks on things and never takes life too seriously, obviously seen in all of his movies. He always finds the bright side, plays games along the journey which are usually dangerous, and impersonates his friends quite often. Even though he is sometimes oblivious, Anna's friendship with Olaf is unbreakable. Together, they find the legacy left by the people of Arendelle and make new friends along the way, like the fiery gecko. Together, they've been through a lot, but tonight, we will focus on their journey through the Forest of Shadows. As they travel across rivers, dive into deep caves, and encounter boulder giants. Just imagine for a second, being chased by something almost as big as Smith Rock. That's some spooky stuff. So I think it's pretty safe to say that none of us want to be chased by something of that size. While Anna was being chased by these boulder giants, you can bet that I was yelling at her to run! Yes, I'm one of those people who yells at the TV screen. But who could blame me? Anna went through a lot during Frozen 2, but she gave it all she had during the ordeals that she faced. This afternoon, we will recognize the members who gave it all they had while participating in different events, landing them a spot on this stage. We will recognize the WLC Scholarship recipients, meet the winners of the State Proficiency Awards, and you all will get to meet the reason that my team and I are here today, our parents. And finally, we will hear the retiring address from your State Secretary, Deidre Schreiber, the things that we carry. FFA members, throughout this session, let's remember that like Anna and Olaf, you've got to give it all you've got to build a legacy like Arendelle. Push past the brush and fight up a boulder giant. That's what it takes to find your own legacy. Drive through the trials and tribulations that life puts before you and give it all you've got. FFA members and guests, climb aboard the sled as Anna and Olaf lead us through this session of the 92nd Oregon FFA State Convention. The Washington Leadership Conference is an incredibly valuable experience that helps build servant leaders in the FFA organization and our world. Oregon FFA members fly across to Washington, D.C. to join nearly 500 FFA members to take part in this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Most describe it as a life-altering event that changes their perspective on life and drives students to take action in their community. The Washington Leadership Conference provides FFA members with a premier leadership experience while exposing them to the rich history that Washington, D.C. has to offer. Oregon FFA members can apply for a Washington Leadership Conference scholarship to make this experience possible. Receiving the WLC Scholarship, sponsored by Crooked River Roundup, from my own, Madison Orem. Receiving the WLC Scholarship, sponsored by Coastal Farms and Ranch, from Vail, Kaylee McGordy. Receiving the WLC Scholarship, sponsored by Bill and Marjorie Openpaw, is from Roseburg, Olivia McCurdy. Receiving the WLC Scholarship, sponsored by the Oregon FFA alumni, are from Baker, Kylie Sidaway. From Redmond, Jessica Simpson. And from Oakland, Jolyn Wolfelhunt. Congratulations to these recipients. Our parents are always there for us, cheering us on and occasionally telling us exactly how it is. They went through our terrible twos, those awkward outfits in middle school, and our crazy state officer year. These are the people who care the most about us and don't ask for anything in return. A parent is someone you can lean on during a tough time and celebrate with during achievements. They are our front row cheerleaders. During this year, we have all gained 5 extra set of parents who care about us just as much as our own parents do. They wish us luck, take care of us when we stay in their houses, and tell us to be careful when we go. This year could not have been possible without all of their love and support. Something that I never say enough to my own parents is thank you. Tonight, we will introduce our parents and thank them for all they have done for us. Here's our thank you.
Family is where we love unconditionally. No matter what we do to get on each other's nerves, the mistakes we've made, or how successful we are, we find love around the dinner table from the best type of friends, the ones who are given to us from above.
To me, family is someone that is always there for you. Somebody that is loyal and has your back no matter what happens or where you go. I know if I ever need someone to talk to, help with a problem, or just to laugh and have some fun, my family will always be there for me.
Family is the people that we are vulnerable with. They are our shoulder to cry on and are there to celebrate every accomplishment. They know and love the real you.
To me, family brings us a sense of belonging. Family doesn't have to be related by blood. They can be anyone as long as they accept you. A family makes you feel welcome. They're those who care about you and love you for your true, authentic self.
Family. It can look different for all of us, whether they are related to us or they are the people we have chosen to be our family. Although the thing that stays the same is the support from them. These are the people who support all of our endeavors and push us to do our best.
To me, family is the people who shape and impact our lives. They're the ones we can count on no matter what. They help us to grow by pushing us, to overcome our fears and reach our full potential. These individuals help us to overcome challenges and celebrate with us when we find victories. Mom, you are my greatest advocate, most constructive critic, and biggest cheerleader. Thank you for all the calls home, reminders to be myself, and the support throughout this year. Dad, I know I don't tell you this enough, but I appreciate all that you do for us. Thank you for all the reassuring conversations, taking all the random dinner requests, and for always being ready to help me. Katie, I love our Walmart adventures, and I always look forward to the life updates when I get home. Thank you for always being there to tell it to me straight or laugh away the tears. You all have been my greatest supporters through the highs and lows of this adventure. I am so grateful for each of you, and I can't thank you enough. I love you all.
Oregon FFA, I am pleased to introduce my father, Alan Hansen, and recognize my mom, Lisa Hansen, and present them both with their honorary state degrees. Unfortunately, my mom couldn't be here today due to work obligations. However, I know she's watching, and I can't wait to give this to you when we get home.
Josh, Jacob, and Zachary. I'm truly surprised there wasn't more bloodshed growing up with all you boys in the house. You guys are the best. I love you boys. Dad. It wasn't always easy growing up with an accountant as a dad, especially when you tried to help me budget my FFA projects. Thanks for overlooking when I snuck in a new goat a time or two. Love you, Dad. Mom. Thank you for always helping me through every challenge and celebrating my accomplishments. Your way to find the good in every situation is exceptional and is the most important thing I've learned from you. I appreciate you more than words can describe, and I love you so much.
Oregon FFA, I'm pleased to recognize my parents and deliver them their honorary state degree. Unfortunately, they could not be here tonight due to health reasons, but I am so excited to give it to them.
Dad, you are the hardest working, most determined, and diligent man I know. You always seem to find time for me and have supported all of my decisions. You are my hero, and I know I can always count on you. Mom, you have the most kind and caring heart I've ever seen. You will do everything you can to help me, no matter the problem. I don't know what I would do without you, and I hope I become half the person that you are. Garrett, even with our age gap, you always made sure I was included and welcome. I look up to you in more ways than you know. You will always be my role model. Macy, you continuously put others before yourself. I know you will do anything to help me, and I can always trust you. You're both my best friends, and I couldn't have asked for better siblings. I love all of you.
Oregon FFA, I am pleased to introduce you to my parents, Jay and Sue Gibbs, and present them with their honorary state degree.
Mom, you're my favorite person to eat Taco Bell and go to TJ Maxx with. Being compared to you has always been a compliment. Thank you for always letting me use your Starbucks card and encouraging me to do more than I ever thought possible. You are driven, loving, and selfless. I appreciate your endless and constant support in whatever crazy things I choose to jump into. Charlie, thank you for stepping up to be my dad. You have shown me the value in hard work and are genuinely the most calm and relaxed person I know. I appreciate that you're always willing to listen to whatever is going on or do my nails at the kitchen table. You've taught me all about cattle and barbecuing, but most importantly, you've taught me how to be kind and love others without end. I'm thankful for every long conversation, moving cows, or in the pickup. Devin, thanks for being the best little brother out there. I admire your patience and the natural way you have with animals, whether it's your goats, cattle, or doing agility with Beth the Basset Hound. You are the most kind and gentle person. Thank you for always being down to eat waffle fries and drink chocolate milkshakes with me. You always have something funny to say and can make me laugh until neither of us can breathe. Thank you all for making up the silly, loving, and slightly untraditional family I get to call my own.
Oregon FFA, I am pleased to introduce you to my parents, Debbie and Charlie Warnock, and present them with their honorary state degrees.
Dad, you were someone I've always looked up to. Growing up, I thought it was so cool that everywhere we went, you knew someone and they always talk highly of you. I know anytime I want to do something crazy, like jump out of a plane, you'll be the one by my side. You've taught me to work hard, be a gentleman, and be kind to people everywhere I go. I owe the person I am today a lot to you. Mom, you were the person I can go to no matter what I need to talk about. You're always there for me and always know exactly what I need to hear. You're the funniest, selfless, and most caring person I know. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for me and helped me through. Ryan, growing up where we did, I didn't have a lot of friends to spend time with, so I was forced to hang out with you. But I'm so glad I was. You were my first best friend and always will be. Spending time with you never gets old, and I'm so proud of the young man you're growing up to be. I love you guys.
Oregon FFA, I am pleased to introduce you to my parents, Joe and Debbie Davis, and present them with their honorary state degree.
Dad, thanks for showing me what it means to be a man. I'm not sure whether it's more fun to laugh with you or at you, but either way, you're one of the funniest guys I know. Mom, thank you for always being there for all of us, working behind the scenes and through many nights to make what the girls and I do possible. Abby, you're the most artistic person I know. Your love and compassion amaze me. JL, you're so driven in everything you do, it honestly scares me. Keep channeling that passion to do more great things. Lydia, not only are you usually the best dressed sibling, but you also manage to see the joy in life. I love how your value of scrunchies is only outdone by your love of Jesus and people. I thank God every day that I was given the privilege to be raised by and with you all. Love you guys. Oregon FFA, I'm pleased to introduce you to my parents, Scott and Janae Crookshank, and present them with their honorary state degrees.
Our parents have challenged us to give it all we've got when trying to reach our goals. We wouldn't have been able to do it without them this year. We want to thank them again for that.
The group of members we will recognize have gone above and beyond in their supervised agricultural experience. Proficiency Awards honor FFA members who have developed specialized skills through their SAEs that they can apply towards their future careers. Students can compete in awards in almost 50 areas, including anything from agricultural communications to wildlife management. Let's meet your state proficiency winners. The Agricultural Communications Proficiency Award is sponsored by American Family Insurance. The Ag Communications winner this year is Jacob Falk of Enterprise. The winner of this proficiency demonstrates his ability in the communication field in many different ways, including working as a youth leader, weekly video conferences with legislators, and traveling the state and national capital to advocate for agricultural and FFA. He has interacted with diverse populations and undergo multiple leadership and communication seminars that have improved his abilities to make longer impact in the youth he mentors. He has accumulated over 200 hours, gaining skills in youth counseling, using video technology, and interacting with the public. He plans to attend the University of Idaho and pursue a degree in agricultural communications. Congratulations, Jacob. The Agricultural Education Proficiency Award recognizes students who are educating the public about the broad topics of agriculture, agricultural education, and the FFA. This award is sponsored by Oregon State University's Agricultural Education Department and Northwest Farm Credit Services. The finalists are Samantha Starner of Wallowa and Sarah Carlson of Woodburn. I'm proud to announce the winner of the 2020 Proficiency in Agricultural Communication, Samantha Starner of the Wallowa FFA chapter. This year's winner has invested over 400 hours giving presentations to students K through 12 through in the classroom. She teaches elementary students about raising livestock, where food comes from, and teaching them that agriculture is not just about education. It can be fun too. She enjoyed working with older students as well and loves to see the interaction that happens between the younger and older students. Through Ag in the Classroom, she has improved her classroom management skills, learned how to develop lesson plans, and increased her community engagement. She hopes to continue to be an advocate for the agricultural industry as she continues to education in agriculture. Congratulations, Samantha. The Agricultural Mechanics Repair and Maintenance Proficiency Award is sponsored by Country Natural Beef and Stingray Communications. The winner of the 2020 Agricultural Mechanics Repair and Maintenance is Harold Saunders of the Vail FFA chapter. The winner has an exceptional amount of hours working in Saunders Repair Shop, helping with oil changes, the repair and changes, vacuuming and cleaning cars, running errands, and retrieving parts. He takes pride in his mechanical knowledge and skill set, keeping the shop clean, orderly, and running smoothly. Working side by side with his father, he developed skills in the shop maintenance, tool organization, hydraulic repair, and bookkeeping. Congratulations, Harold. The Agricultural Processing Proficiency Awards a student who's working in assembly, transporting, processing, packaging, and storing food and non-food agricultural products. The sponsor of the 2020 Agricultural Processing Award is Peterson Cat and AgWest Supply. The finalists are Allison Starwell of Embler, Artemis Anderson of Mount Angel, and Balin Holbrook of Mazama. We are proud to announce the winner of the 2020 Agricultural Processing Award is Allison Starwell of the Embler FFA chapter. This year's award winner started her business producing leather belts, bracelets, earrings, stir straps, head straps, keychains, and custom orders. She starts to hide, cuts out her pattern, and then uses a stamp or tool to create a design. She finishes with rubbing down the edges and dyeing the leather. Over the time, she has learned that full grain and top grain leather works best for her products. She has perfected her sales pitch by presenting to judges at the Eastern Oregon FFA District Ag Sales CDE. Her ability to improve her communication and time management skills has been critical to boosting sales over the years. Congratulations, Allison. The AgriScience Research Integrated Systems Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Oregon FFA alumni and supporters and G&D Evers Farm. The winner of the AgriScience Research Area is Tia Wick from North Clackamas. This year's award winner did a research project on how yeast affects the uniformity of batches in bread. Through the project, Tia learned how to research a topic, to create a hypothesis and a null hypothesis, collect data, and form a conclusion. Tia was not comfortable talking in front of others, but she overcame her fear by creating a detailed script, practicing for hours alone, and then in front of trusted chapter members. This process helped her overcome her stage fright and greatly increased her confidence. She plans to continue her education after high school and pursue a degree in veterinary medicine. Congratulations, Tia. The Agricultural Sales Placement Proficiency Award is sponsored by Marion Ag Services and SAFE Corporation. The finalists are Saley McTire from Pendleton, Gracie Terry from Cascade, and Grace Adams from Dayton. This year's Agricultural Sales Proficiency Award goes to Grace Adams of the Dayton FFA chapter. The winner of this award has worked for a Wilco store for over 1,700 hours. In this time, her responsibilities have grown from cashiering, greeting people and answering phones, to training new cashiers and overseeing the animal product selection and stocking and replacing new products. She lists her greatest challenge as learning to prioritize her time so that she can keep up with her schoolwork, continue to serve as the district FFA president, ASB president, and cheer captain. Congratulations, Grace. The Agricultural Services Proficiency Award is sponsored by Sierra Cascade Nursery and Harvest Capital Company. The finalists are Colton Wright of Lost River, Darian Leno of Willamina, Carson McKay of Prairie City, and Austin Van Houten of Oakland. The winner of the 2020 Agricultural Services Award is Carson McKay of the Prairie City FFA chapter. This year's winner is an auctioneer who graduated from the Worldwide College of Auctioneering at the age of 16. The life skills he has developed through auctioneering are dependability, honesty, and self-confidence. He lists his greatest accomplishments as equipment sales with the John Coote in Vail, Oregon, and selling cattle at Producers Livestock, also in Vail. He values the amount of people that he has been able to meet across Oregon and the Northwest through auctioneering. He has become proficient in his communication style and ability to sell quality product. Congratulations, Carson. The students in the beef production entrepreneurship own an enterprise that uses best management practices to produce and market beef. The Beef Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency Award is sponsored by Lyle and Iris Mann and Les Schwab Tires. The finalists are Brooke Edmondson of Oakland, Kate Peters of Canby, Rachel Wolf of Vail, Matt Orem of Heppner, Timrin Anderson of Elgin, Curtis Sweet of Lost River, and Abigail McNary of Crook County. This year's Beef Proficiency Entrepreneurship Award goes to Kate Peter of the Canby FFA chapter. This year's winner started raising beef cattle in the 6th grade. Her uncle gave her a Wagyu cow-calf pair. Her biggest challenge has been making a profit because the Wagyu cattle have a leaner breed take longer to finish than other breeds of cattle such as Angus. They are very slow to mature, especially if raised predominantly as a grass-fed cow. She overcame this challenge by acquiring more cattle, which has been able to raise calves 4 times a year. This gives her better cash flow to purchase feed and supply needed to support her project. Kate plans to attend Eastern Oregon University and major in rangeland management. Congratulations, Kate. The Beef Production Placement Proficiency Award is sponsored by Daryl Ritzker family and the Oregon Cattlemen's Association. The finalists are Matt Orem of Heppner, Josie Weirin from Joseph, Erica McBride from Vail, Sarah McCann from Crater, and Cinch Anderson of Grant Union. This year's Beef Production Placement Award goes to Sarah McCann of the Crater FFA chapter. This year's winner started working at Harf's Ranch in 2015 and has worked over 1,000 hours. Her responsibilities include feeding, breeding, monitoring, vaccinations, calving, and weaning, as well as selling and marketing. Some of the challenges she has faced were dealing with things that are out of the farmer's control, such as weather, the price of feed, calving difficulties, and cattle market prices. One of her greatest accomplishments was successfully artificially inseminating 4 cows. After graduating high school, Sarah plans to attend either Oklahoma State or Texas A&M to major in agricultural policy. Her ultimate goal is to attend law school so that she can become an agricultural industry lawyer and protect farmers' rights. Congratulations, Sarah. The Dairy Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency Award recognizes individuals who produce and market dairy cattle and dairy cattle products. The sponsors of the Dairy Production Proficiency are Mr. and Mrs. Dennis Martin of Nissa and Legacy Ram. The finalists are Claire Blazer of Tillamook, Palomino Bueno of Vale, and Gracie Cron of Santiam Christian. I am proud to announce the 2020 Dairy Production Entrepreneurship goes to Gracie Cron of the Santiam Christian FFA chapter. The winner of this award owns Holsteins and Jersey cows, boasting a net income of over $200,000. Her responsibilities started with milking, feeding, cleaning pens, monitoring heats, and assisting calving. She has recently installed a farmstead creamery and must adhere to state and federal food safety standards. Her responsibilities now include milk handling, including antibiotic testing, processing, and sanitation. Gracie plans to attend Oklahoma State University to double major in animal science and agricultural communications. Congratulations, Gracie. The Dairy Production Placement Proficiency Award is sponsored by Harvest Capital Company and Geffen Mesher. The award recognizes experience in producing and managing dairy cattle. The 2020 Dairy Production Placement winner is Jarrett Landell of Tillamook. The winner works for a family-owned dairy operation, Landell Dairy Farm, located in Tillamook. The farm has a total of 400 cows and 200 heifers made up of Brown Swiss, Holstein, and Jersey breeds. Tasks include feeding heifers and calves, and as well as cleaning their housing areas. He also helps with custom baling fields for round bales and field work. He lists his greatest accomplishments as learning to work with robotic milkers. For the past 2 years, he has integrated a variety of skills and becomes more dependent, valuable worker. Congratulations, Jared. The Diversified Livestock Agricultural Production Proficiency Award is designed for experiences in at least 2 areas of agriculture. This award is sponsored by Mog Farms Incorporated and Grange Co-op. The finalists are Colton Wright of Lost River, Anna Saunders of Vale, Stephen LaPointe of Willamina, and Sydney Stonebrink of Enterprise. The winner of this year's Diversified Agricultural Production Award is Sydney Stonebrink of Enterprise FFA chapter. The winner of this award assists in feeding, fence fixing, vaccinating, pre-checking, pen preparation, calving cows, tagging, and bookkeeping for a family-owned farm. Her responsibilities also include bottle feeding calves and making bottles of colostrum. Learning how to vaccinate the herd has inspired her to pursue a nursing degree after graduation in high school. Congratulations, Sydney.
The Diversified Crop Production Placement Award is designed to recognize placement experiences in producing and marketing crops. This award is sponsored by Corn Farms and Marion Ag Services. The finalists are Michaela Kessler from Nissa, Jacob Coleman from St. Paul, Seth Waller from Dallas, Kaylee Melville from Enterprise. I am proud to announce that the 2020 winner of the Diversified Crop Production Award is Kaylee Melville of the Enterprise FFA chapter. This year's winner works for her 4,000-acre family farm in Wallowa County. They grow a variety of crops, including wheat, barley, oats, quinoa, flax, peas, lentils, canola, mustard, alfalfa, and Timothy hay. The winter responsibilities began with changing pipe, moving wheel lines, and hand lines. Then she learned how to replace sickle sections on the combine and sprinklers on the wheel and hand lines. In 4 years, the winner has accumulated nearly 1,430 hours and gross earnings exceeding $20,000. Congratulations, Kaylee. The Diversified Livestock Production Proficiency Award recognizes an entrepreneur who specializes in multi-species project areas. This award is sponsored by Joel and Vicki Price and Wilco. The finalists are Austin Van Houten from Oakland, Clara Blazer from Tillamook, Mackenzie Lead from Silverton, Daniel Herrings from Rogue River, Matthew McBride from Vail. The winner of the Diversified Livestock Production Proficiency Award is Claire Blazer of the Tillamook FFA chapter. The winner raises quality animals in the area of swine and beef cattle. She boasts cash sales of over $22,014 and an inventory over $56,587. Among many skills, she lists quality livestock genetic selection, hard work, and family support as crucial to her success. Congratulations, Clara. This year's Equine Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency Award is sponsored by Country Natural Beef and Visit Bend. The finalists are Destiny Wex from Enterprise, Elena Axemaker from Silverton, Mesa Zimmerman from Adrian. Congratulations to the 2020 Equine Science Entrepreneurship Award winner, Destiny Wex of the Enterprise FFA chapter. The winner breeds stud colts, trains and shows brood mares, and provides youth riding lessons. She is proud of winning Grand Champion Western and English Equitation Rider for 2 years in a row, as well as winning Reserve Grand Champion Showmanship. One of the accomplishments she's most proud of is winning the All-Around Horse Showman Award 2 years in a row, which is the Lillian Beach Memorial Award named after her great-grandmother. Destiny plans to continue her education after graduation and become a vet or horse trainer. Congratulations, Destiny. The Equine Production Placement Proficiency Award is sponsored by Grange Co-op. This award is designed to recognize students who are employed in the equine industry. The finalists are Madeline Nicholas from St. Paul, Maggie Zacharias from Joseph, Alea Mock from Perrydale, Victoria Nartor from North Clackamas, Cassie Wahegi from Tillamook, Haley Millard from Eagle Point. The winner of the 2020 Equine Science Proficiency Award is Haley Millard of the Eagle Point FFA chapter. This year's winner began her equine science SAE working for Todd Bergen Performance Horses. She grooms horses, saddles horses, washes horses, and warms them up for the trainer. Her greatest accomplishments are learning how to set goals, manage her time, and save her money. She was able to work over 1,500 hours and earn over $4,000. She solved her transportation problem by buying a car with the money she earned. Congratulations, Haley. The Forage Production Award is sponsored by the Oregon Seed Council and Oak Park Farms. The finalists are Kendall Cooper from Stanfield, Isaac Insco from LeGrand, Spencer Van Bessen from Perrydale, Riley Schulenberger from Lakeview, Jace Justice from Vail. The winner of the Forage Production Award is Riley Schulenberger of the Lakeview FFA chapter. This year's winner works on a family-owned farm in Lakeview, Oregon that produces alfalfa, grass, and grain hay. He lists skills in machine operation, servicing small engines, changing tires, and keeping pivot tracks full and clear of debris, and has accumulated over 860 hours and earning over $20,000. The winner gained an understanding of business techniques, how to communicate with customers, and make decisions that are financially sound. Congratulations, Riley. The Forest Management and Products Proficiency Award is sponsored by the West Family Ranch and Weyerhaeuser. The finalists are Susie Kaysen from Hepner, Brogan Lewis from Baker, Charlie Harris from Banks, Lucas McKinley from Prairie City. The winner of the Forest Management and Products Award is Lucas McKinley of the Prairie City FFA chapter. This year's winner started logging with his grandfather at a young age and always knew he wanted to be a logger. He started his own business contracting fence work and subcontracting logging jobs. In 2018, McKinley Contracting bid and won 5 jobs in Grant County. The jobs included cutting and splitting stays for local property owners. Additionally, they built new barbed wire fences. In 2019, McKinley Contracting won fence contracting bids for the Oregon Department of Fish and Game. The winner plans to continue growing his business and will start investing capital into logging equipment. Congratulations, Lucas. The Fruit Production Proficiency Award recognizes experiences in fruit crop production or marketing. This award is sponsored by Bradley Vineyards and Northwest Farm Credit. This year's winner is Fleur Nordum of the Silverton FFA. This year's winner works for Purdy Tree Farms in Mount Angel, Oregon. They operate a berry harvester throughout the Willamette Valley. The winner lists skills in berry plant identification, proper irrigation, tractor operation, and running the berry harvester. She started on the back of the berry machine, sorting, stacking, moving, and unloading crates. Then she trained to be a driver and is now a crew manager. She lists self-confidence and safe driving as the most important skills she has gained through this experience. Congratulations, Fleur. The Goat Production Proficiency Award is designed to recognize those individuals who excel in producing and marketing goats and goat products. This award is sponsored by Jennifer Hall and Northwest Farm Credit Services. The finalists are Jessica Simpson from Redmond, Austin Van Houten from Oakland, Cheyenne Macbeth from Dallas, Keely Cato from Silverton, Sarah Parks from Vail. Congratulations to the recipient of the Goat Production Award, Jessica Simpson of the Redmond FFA chapter. The winner of this award owns and manages her own goat production business and has increased her goat herd from 10 to 25 in 3 years. She has learned the importance of building industry relationships and the significance of having mentors to help troubleshoot problems. She lists her great accomplishments as being named Premier Goat Exhibitor and having the Supreme Champion Doe at the Oregon State Fair. She's also very proud of being recognized as one of the top goat producers in Oregon. Congratulations, Jessica. The Grain Production Proficiency Award is sponsored by Wheatland Insurance Center and Mid-Columbia Producers. The finalist is, and this year's winner in grain production is Matt Oram of Hepner. This year's winner has been working on his family wheat farm for as long as he can remember. He started off by riding a lawn and watching his dad hard at work. Now he can operate equipment for 10 and 18-wheel trucks, combine, tractor, bank-out wagon, Apache sprayer, and no-till air drill. He also has learned how to manage equipment by changing oil, greasing, changing parts, as well as taking moisture samples and calculating rates for seeding. One of his biggest challenges has been dealing with technology problems such as the GPS system not picking up the coordinates, which affects the track machine and data collection. He lists one of his greatest accomplishments as making it through the entire summer without a single breakdown during the harvest. The winner plans to attend college next year and pursue a degree in crop and animal production. Congratulations, Matt. The Landscape Management Proficiency Award is sponsored by Northwest Transplants and Beaver Coach Sales and Service. The winner is Aaron Osborne of the Hood River Valley FFA. This year's winner is the Hood River Valley FFA Land Lab Manager. His work includes mowing the lawn, maintaining the landscape, checking the irrigation pipes, and eradicating weeds. The winner lists that the most important skills he has learned are organization, time management, and self-motivation. He has also gained an understanding of proper pesticide storage. His greatest challenge was record keeping, and he now understands the value of keeping track of changes and treatments in a journal. The winner plans to work at a fish hatchery that will also require maintenance of the landscape. Congratulations, Aaron. The Outdoor Recreation Proficiency Award is sponsored by Les Schwab Tires. The finalists are Keith Batten from Joseph, Garrett Botts from Canby, Wyatt Lacey from Lost River. I am proud to announce that this year's winner of the 2020 Outdoor Recreation Proficiency Award is Keith Batten of the Joseph FFA chapter. The winner of this award works for Wallowa Lake Tramway as a lift operator. Tasks include operating the tramway, tram and trail maintenance, and safety checks. He has earned over $11,000 in 3 years while learning communication skills, responsibility, and self-confidence. Congratulations, Keith. This year's Poultry Production Proficiency Award is sponsored by G&D Evers Farms in Wilco. The finalists are Austin Van Houten from Oakland, Lanny Stonebrink from Enterprise, Chloe Holvik from Newburgh, Grace Lee from Bonanza. The Poultry Production Proficiency Award winner is Austin Van Houten of the Oakland FFA chapter. The recipient of this award owns a small-scale poultry operation and has an impressive array of knowledge of chickens, ducks, and turkeys. His greatest challenge is the timing of egg production for both his show line and his production hens. He lists his greatest accomplishment as being able to produce high-quality birds that win grand champion at the state fair. He plans to attend college after graduating and pursuing a degree in forestry and agricultural education. Congratulations, Austin. The Service Learning Proficiency recognizes that members that research an agriculturally related community need, develops a written plan which defines the identified need and the proposed service solution. The service must benefit a school, public entity, or substantial portion of the community. The finalists are Haley Pratt from Riverside, Nathan Bineman from Imbler. The Service Learning Proficiency Award winner is Nathan Bineman of the Imbler FFA chapter. The recipient of this award has renovated 10 headstones for the Somerville Cemetery. He raised $267 from his community to support the project. He borrowed tools and equipment, including shovels and a small tractor from the cemetery. Then, he recruited volunteers to help with the renovations. His greatest challenges were learning how to communicate effectively with his volunteers and how to delegate and assign duties. In the future, the winner plans to pursue a law degree and run for a political office. Congratulations, Nathan.
The Sheep Production Proficiency Award is sponsored on the state level by Harvest Capital Company, Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Lori Field. The finalists are Mason Calhoun of Crook County, Elizabeth Hayes of Elgin, Claire Wagster of Adrian, Emily Hembry of Willamina, Austin Van Houten of Oakland, and Caitlin Iverson of Henley. The 2020 Sheep Production Proficiency Award winner is Mason Calhoun of the Crook County FFA chapter. The award winner owns a herd of yearling and spring ewes that has recently added a ram. He lists his skills in managing flock health, breed synchronization, and herd management. He has learned that record keeping has a big impact on the management of his expenses and inventory. Congratulations, Mason. The Small Animal Production and Care Proficiency Award recognizes the best management practices available to efficiently produce and market specialty animals within the agricultural industry. The award is sponsored by the Bull family and the Grange Co-op. The finalists are Bailey Everest of Crook County, Bailey Vernon of Enterprise, and Sydney Shawn of Henley. The 2020 Small Animal Production and Care Placement Proficiency Award winner is Bailey Everest of the Crook County FFA chapter. The winner of this proficiency has over $2,000 in cash sales selling market rabbits. The main responsibilities include animal handling, feeding, monitoring health, and the marketing of her rabbits. She lists her greatest accomplishments as building relationships and winning the Reserve Champion Showman. Congratulations, Bailey. The Specialty Animal Production Award is sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Chuck and Bonnie Miller and Coastal Farms and Ranch. The finalists are Cole Gomes of Enterprise, Reese Williams of Nissa, Daniel Hendricks of Rogue River. The 2020 Specialty Animal Production Proficiency Award winner is Daniel Hendricks of the Rogue River FFA chapter. The winner of this proficiency has a honeybee production project. He received his first hive from his father in 2018 and has grown his projects to 5 hives. His greatest challenge is keeping his hives alive during the winter months. He lists his accomplishments as selling 3 small nucs and medicating his bees from the Varroa mites attack the hives. He plans to attend Umpqua Community College for 2 years, then transfer to a 4-year university to pursue a degree in forestry. Congratulations, Daniel. The Specialty Crop Production Award is sponsored by Oak Park Farms and Oregon Hop Growers Association. The 2020 winner is Katrina Graham from the Willamina FFA chapter. The recipient of this award works for Stack and Rake, where she harvests grain seed and stacks bales. She has learned how to evaluate seed, how to safely operate heavy equipment, and how to effectively communicate with coworkers. She is proud of earning $11,000 in the past 2 years. Congratulations, Katrina. The Swine Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency Award is designed to recognize those individuals who excel in producing and marketing swine. This award is sponsored by the Oregon Pork Producers and Wilco. The finalists are Chelsea Buman of Bend, Madison Morgan of Pine Eagle, Seth Waller of Dallas, Caitlin Dutton of Colton, Allison Dixon of Tillamook, and Sheila Marshall of Vail. The recipient of this year's award is Chelsea Buman of the Bend FFA chapter. This year's winner raises market hogs with the intent to show and sell at the Deschutes County Fair.
She has learned that perseverance, dedication, and hard work are the keys to running a successful operation. The winner has earned over $3,000 in the past 2 years while improving her time and financial management skills. She plans to attend a four-year university to major in agricultural communications. Congratulations, Chelsea. The Vegetable Production Proficiency Award is designed to recognize placement experiences in the art of vegetable production. This award is sponsored by Country Financial. The winner in vegetable production is Emma Navarte of Ontario. This year's winner has worked over 1,300 hours helping her family grow vegetable crops. She has learned important steps of germinating seeds, evaluating growing times, transplanting, watering, weeding, mulching, fertilizing, and harvesting crops. On top of that, she also helps with equipment maintenance by checking air pressure and fuel levels on their tractors. Congratulations, Emma. The Veterinary Science Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Veterinary Services Incorporated. The finalists are Lillian Zerbrug of Silverton, Morgan Hager of Vale, and Navi Carlisle of Oakland. This year's winner for the Veterinary Services Proficiency Award is Lillian Zerberg of the Silverton FFA chapter. The award winner works for Albuquerque Animal Clinic as a vet assistant and has earned over $4,000 in the past 2 years. Her responsibility has grown from checking in patients and clients into the exam rooms and obtaining a thorough patient history to recording weights, taking temperatures, and running lab tests. She hopes to continue her passion for the veterinary profession and pursue a degree in veterinary science. Congratulations, Lillian. The Wildlife Management Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Communities for Healthy Forests Incorporated. The winner is Adrian Brown of Lost River. This year's winner's project is trapping and managing bobcats in Bonanza and Lakeview, Oregon. He begins his project to help his dad, uncle, and grandfather. The winner's greatest challenge was juggling schoolwork and trapping time. The winner credits his family for its success and is proud to carry on the family tradition. He overcame his fears of going out and trapping on his own and gained the self-confidence he needed to problem solve and make difficult decisions when working alone. Congratulations, Adrian. Congratulations to our Proficiency Award recipients, and a huge shout out to all our Proficiency Award sponsors. To introduce our next speaker, we will now have a special presentation.
This is from Sarah Baker from the Elgin FFA. Deidre ran for state office. We made a bet. She told me that if she got a state office, I had to do her RA intro. Well, here I am. Deidre and I met 3 years ago. She was on my rodeo court my mother was chaperone for. Little did we both know that one summer would lead to countless hours of coffee runs, thrift shopping, taco dates, drive-in movies, and planning our rough stock contracting company. It's called the Royal Rough Stock, just in case you were wondering. Also might have forgotten to mention our midnight rides at rodeos. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry, Mom. Deidre is not only my best friend, she is a mentor, big sister, and amazing role model for all. I am so proud to call her my best friend and my big sister. Dee, we are so proud of you and all you've accomplished and what your future holds. Love you long time, best friend.
Hi, my name is Devin Schreiber, and I am Deidre's younger brother. Here are a few fun things we like to do. Many times we ride horses at our family's ranch in Maha together. We gather cows. She always takes me out to Dutch. Brothers. Sometimes I come at her with Nerf guns. She doesn't like that. But sometimes she takes a gun and we have a free-for-all. We take drives and we crank up the music really loud. Listen to country and some other music I can't talk about. I can't tell you about. She's a pretty good sister, and last year she was a great sea officer. Deidre, I'm proud of you and happy to introduce for your retiring dress.
Drop a like below if you've traveled by plane recently. Hopefully not too recently. But if you have been in an airport lately, you've probably noticed this new game people are playing called How Many Bags Can I Sneak Onto the Plane? On a flight a few months back, I saw this gal with not just one, not two, but 3 shopping bags, a backpack, a purse, and a roller bag. I remember sitting there in my tiny economy-sized seat and wondering, how the heck is this lady gonna fit all that stuff into that tiny, oversized bin? Now, when I travel, I like to bring my trusty backpack, chock full of the things I would consider to be my essentials. At least 3 books, a set of travel paints, my laptop, hand sanitizer, very important these days, my water bottle, and my makeup bag. The list goes on and on. Pretty much everything but the kitchen sink. Inevitably, I always pack my bag way too full. Just like we're carrying some pretty heavy things around in our backpacks, we're also carrying some pretty heavy things that we can't always see. Realistically, we all have some kind of bag. Every day, even right now. If you were to peek into my backpack, each of the items has a purpose that is easily identified. But it's not until we take a closer look that we can see the emotional significance of the things we carry in our imaginary backpacks. Oftentimes, the most important things we carry cannot be heard, seen, or touched. They're the silent joys and burdens that follow us around everywhere. Have you ever seen that kid at school with tired eyes who's always late to class? Well, it may not look like it today. I was definitely that kid. Now, I should clarify that in the 6th grade, I most definitely was not one of the popular kids. But I wasn't really picked on either. I fell somewhere right in the middle, pretty much invisible. And to me, that was worse. I specifically remember one day in the 6th grade when I helped one of my classmates out with her spelling homework. After that, she invited me to sit with her and her friends at lunch. You know that table in the back of the cafeteria? The cool table? I was in awe of the conversations that were unfolding around me. They were so cool. They had iPod Touches, all the coolest silly bands, and their moms even let them wear eyeshadow. I was so excited to be hanging out with them and to be their friend. For the first time, I felt like I had broken free of being invisible and that somebody finally saw me. Later that night, still buzzing on the excitement of the day, I received a phone call from that same girl. Excited, I answered the phone with a hello, and I was greeted with, "Hi, Deidre. We just wanted to call and tell you that the clothes you wear are stupid, and we think that you're kind of ugly. We don't want you to hang out with us anymore, and we really wish that you weren't alive." I was in pure shock, sitting there thinking, who even says that to another person? Seconds later, tears began to fall, staining my face and my pillowcase. No one had ever been that mean to me in my entire life. I already struggled with fitting in, and the weight of those two sentences felt like an elephant standing on my chest. For a long time now, I've carried around the fear of not being liked. Talk about some heavy emotional baggage. But now let's take the time to ask ourselves, what kind of things are we carrying around? Is it guilt? The expectations of the people around us? Fear? Pressures on our physical appearance? Responsibility? Maybe it's our past experiences. These are some pretty heavy things to carry around, whether we're at CDE practice, riding at rodeos, cheering on the sidelines, or even right here, watching state convention online. Now, at home or at the airport, we can simply take off our backpack and leave it on the floor. But how do we set down all these heavy things in this intangible bag? And where do we set it down? Our answer lies within honest self-reflection. Take the time to figure out what's weighing you down and set it down. This can look like drinking our morning coffee at the counter, spending time on a walk outside, or my personal favorite, turning off the music when I'm in the car alone and finding peace in the silence. Take time to identify what's weighing you down and set it down. Now, I'll be honest, this is a nasty, uncomfortable process full of suppressed feelings and self-deception. It's hard to come to terms with the things that we don't like about ourselves. It is vital, though, that we stay vulnerable to change and brutally honest. Now, I had to be pretty honest with myself last year when my high school academic counselor started the conversation about honors diplomas. I remember sitting in class that day, hearing the requirements, including a high GPA and required number of advanced level courses. I read through the registration form and brought it home to my parents. They instantly urged me to take the necessary classes to earn an honors diploma. This all sounded like a super great idea, and their motivation was completely valid. They wanted me to push myself and to not miss out on an opportunity. Everything sounded great until the weight of reality got heavier and heavier. I was already committed to being a varsity cheerleader, keeping my horses in shape, working my cattle, being involved in the community, National Honor Society, 4-H, and FFA, all on top of the academic responsibilities I already had. Each of these commitments felt like adding huge textbooks into my backpack. In this situation, I had two options. I could either try to take the necessary courses to receive an honors diploma, possibly losing an ag class in my schedule, or I could choose to prioritize what was the most important to me: being involved in my community, in FFA, and building relationships with the people around me. Making the decision was hard, and I knew I might disappoint my parents in the process. But in the end, I chose to be honest with myself and what I valued instead of letting my baggage pile up. Go back to thinking about yourself. What is keeping you up at night? What is the source of your unhappiness? Were you wronged by someone? Maybe you're someone who was in the wrong. Maybe you're storing up guilt for not always being the person you want to be. Maybe you just lost somebody that you really love. These are questions only we ourselves can answer. Once we begin to identify where that baggage is, we can start to let go of it. Beyond all those things that we carry, there are also the things that carry us. The determination that pushes us through that early morning contest practice. Hope for our futures, the joy of reaching a goal, confidence for when we're not quite sure if we're enough, and faith when we aren't sure what to do. These things give us a hand up and remind us that we don't have to carry the entire weight of the world on our shoulders. Because as part of this organization, we're part of something so much bigger than ourselves. Each one of us is one of 700,170 active FFA members who is supported by parents, teachers, alumni, community members, and the entire agricultural industry. We make up the FFA family. Now, I'm a girl who struggles with self-esteem, confidence, and skyscrapers of expectations. But every time I put on this blue jacket, I leave all those things in a bag on the floor. Because this FFA, your chapter, your community, and your FFA family is the place where you can unpack your bag. We all have emotional baggage. It looks completely different for each of us, but we know we need to unpack it. Once we start to unpack that baggage, we can finally begin to feel free. Oregon FFA, it's time to drop all that dead weight and start carrying the things that really matter.
Here's some messages from Matt Oram of the Hepner FFA chapter and Cooper Trindle of the Burns FFA chapter. Matt says, when I first met Deidre last fall at our chapter FFA meeting, we started talking about cattle. For those of you that don't know Deidre very well, she likes Hereford cattle, and I like Angus. We ended up debating on what breed was better, and after a number of minutes of bantering, well, let's just say she won the debate. I had a really great time getting to know you during the school visit and leadership camp. You were the nicest, funniest, best super puncher and debater that I've ever run up against. Deidre, it was a great honor to meet you this year and to be able to call you one of my best friends. Thank you for your service to the Oregon FFA Association. And this is from Cooper. Deidre, here we are already. Now, I could tell everybody a few adjectives that describe you or a story about how you impacted my life, but that isn't my style and it doesn't do you justice. It's been awesome knowing you and seeing you as a state officer, and I thank you for that. It's not every day that we get rodeo royalty to take the time away from arena to be our state officer. I guess we're just lucky. We are lucky, though, to have you as a state officer. You're an amazing person, rodeo queen, and our Eastern Oregon advocate, there to make sure that nobody forgets we all exist. I want to thank your mom for telling you to find that little cowboy when you came to our leadership camp. Deidre, you're a great friend, dance partner, but most importantly, you're one of the best state officers the Oregon FFA has ever had. On behalf of the Oregon FFA, I would like to say thank you.
Oregon FFA, your 2019-2020 State Secretary, Deidre Schreiber. Phew. Tonight, we went on through our very own version of the Forest of Shadows and experienced some pretty amazing things along that journey. It may have been a long journey, but on the bright side, we didn't have to fight off any boulder giants or cross big rivers to reach our destination. This afternoon, we met the recipients of the WLC Scholarships, recognized the winners of the State Proficiency Awards. You all got to meet the reason that my team and I are here today, our parents. You just heard the inspiring words from your State Secretary, Deidre Schreiber, during her retiring address. We want to give a huge shout out to our session sponsor, Kurt Mogg, and star partner, Grange Co-op. None of that would be possible without these individuals. Now, let's hop off that sled ride of our night and think about what just happened. In our everyday lives, we are faced with many options, but the best option for us is to give it all we've got. Join us back here online at 4 p.m. to continue the legacy of Oregon FFA, while hearing the inspiring words from your State Vice President, Riley Davis, and us state officers will say goodbye for one last time. This afternoon has been incredibly inspiring, but you are by far the most inspirational. Oregon FFA, when building a legacy, you've got to give it all you've got.